What's up, good people? Ribbon Clipper TV. Hey, listen, real quick. Just want to share this quick moment with you all that I had out on the water yesterday. So yesterday I was out on the water, and this has never happened to me ever. This first time I was out on the water yesterday. I was fishing, and I saw this guy on the bank, and we was just talking. And if anybody knows me, like I would converse and talk to anybody. I don't care who you are, how old you are. I just like meeting new people. So we was talking, and I was catching fish. He wasn't catching fish. He was catching a bunch of stripes, which that wasn't his target species that he was, trying to go out there. He was catching stripes. So I asked him, I made a little joke to him. I said, hey, man, listen, man, if you got $1 million, you can come out here on the boat with me. And he was like, yeah, man, I got $1 million. And keep in mind, I add that he's a retired veteran. He just told me he got his 100% disability. So he's retired, and all he does is fish. So I actually went and picked him up on the bank. And never met this guy, never seen him a day in my life. And that's why it goes back to, just jumping subject is sometimes we never know, like the scripture say, you could be entertaining an angel. You just never know. And it pays to be nice to even those people who we don't know, or who we don't even, think that they're, our kind, should I say. It pays to just be nice. It pays to be nice, but it don't pay nothing to be nice, if that makes sense, So we got to talking. I picked him up from the bank, and so he gets on the boat, and we get to talking. He first cast, he catches a fish. I was like, man, awesome. His name is Ray. I said, awesome, Ray. So he was like, hey, man, before we leave, I want to give you some money on gas. And if anybody knows me, also they know when it comes to me doing for anybody, I'm not doing it to get anything in return. That's just not me. I don't do it to get nothing in return. I told him, I said, Ray, you're not gonna give me anything. You just catch fish and enjoy yourself. I don't want nothing. I'm fine, man. So Ray, he asked me, he said, you're a Christian, aren't you? I said, yeah. He said, man, he said, I can tell. He said, I'm actually a new saved, new convert Christian. I'm like, really? Awesome, Ray. Oh, man, that's a blessing. So he began to tell me how. So this is what really amazed me. And I knew that, this was a God moment just for me picking him up. Is Ray said, man, I got to tell you how I became a Christian. He goes to say his wife, they gave her so long to live. And she, just making a long story short and just trying to paraphrase a little bit, they gave her so many months to live. And so one of her requests was she wanted to go to church and get prayer. And so Ray, he responds with letting her know, hey, I don't go to church. I don't really believe in all that. But, hey, I take you. I guess you're my wife and I'll take you. So keep in mind, he don't go to church. He wasn't going to church or whatever. So they took her to church. She got prayer. They anointed her head. They prayed for her. And over time, her liver, if I'm not mistaken, her liver started healing up and her body started healing up. And so that moment, that Ray saw that, he went to church also to give his life to the Lord. And he said he got saved, he got baptized, and it was because of that moment that God healed her body, which is a miracle, and it drew him to Christ. So sometimes we never know. We never know who we're coming in contact with and how they can be a blessing in our life. And also, when God does certain things to and other people, like, it's not only to bless them, but it can bless others as well. And I look at that as a testimony. So, Ray, it was very nice meeting you, man. If you're watching this, man, listen, I hope we get to fish again. And hey, just remember, everybody, you just never know who you're entertaining, who you're running across. Hey, be nice, man. Be kind one to another. Tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as Christ has forgiven you. So forgive your brother. Forgiveness, hey, that's a big thing. That's a topic for a later time. All right. So, hey, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and share button. I hope you enjoyed this little moment, little testimony. Hey, stay tuned as weather changes, temp changes, we get on these crappies. All right. Peace.